I cannot but remember a friend, well-known human rights defender, Advocate K. Balagopal. His memories are still vivid in my mind. It's been a very sad thing that he had met with an untimely death which has shocked all of us. Once again, I take this opportunity to pay our respects to the great human rights defender, a man without fear. And rule of law, my dear friends, is a very, very large canvas. Challenges to rule of law, I am really confused where to begin and where to end. And when I think of the challenge, I'll definitely say that the government itself is the biggest challenge. Even in Karnataka, I have not come across any government of any political party which is committed to the rule of law. I don't know. When the police officer who is accused of torture, who is found to be guilty by the State Human Rights Commission, is permitted to approach the High Court of Karnataka to obtain a stay order against the order of the State Human Rights Commission. And we are talking about rule of law. When the government itself flops, including the politicians, the bureaucracy, and people who are at the helm of affairs of different functions of the government, when people know that, when we know that they flout the law every day, how do you expect the society to respect law? When you don't give sanction to prosecute an officer found to be guilty of corruption by Lokayuta, you are talking about rule of law. And you extend that to the retired officers. At least earlier, it was applicable to only officers who are in service. Now you saw to it that, you amended the law to see that even retired officers, you cannot prosecute without prior sanction. We are talking about rule of law. I don't know, friends, the next challenge is the criminalization of politics. When criminals themselves are sitting there in the legislatures making law, we are talking about rule of law. I don't want to be apologetic in saying that, political parties patronize criminal gangs. Not just one political party, everybody does that. Some of the recent incidents in the state of Kerala, even in Karnataka, we had instances. This criminal nexus between law enforcers and the violators of or the offenders. No political party functions without gunda gangs, and we are expecting everybody to follow rule of law. When law enforcement agencies themselves flout law. Last week, a poor auto rickshaw driver came to my office asking for help. His right hand is defunct. He has become a disabled man. He is a victim, a bullet victim, a police firing victim during Kaveri riots. And he is to take care of a 5-member family. He is the sole earning member of the family. Instantly I asked him, we know that some compensation has been distributed for Kaveri riot victims. What did you get? What did he tell me? Sir, 2,500 rupees and a hara. And they packed on my shoulders. That was the compensation I got. I don't know why he has come to us is also interesting. The only thing he does, he knows is to drive an auto rickshaw. And because he is a disabled person, he cannot get a a license, a driving license. And I told him, definitely, driving auto rickshaw without license is an offense. You are not supposed to do that. And it's a violation of law. Then he asked me, sir, okay, I am violating law. I know I need a license, and I cannot get a license. But I don't know anything else. I don't know any other job. But then you tell me, when every day at least ₹100 is stolen out of my pocket by this policeman, and the moment I give this ₹100, every law is taken care of. You tell me. Friends, I for a moment I couldn't give him a response. And you must have read about Akhtar Pasha, that boy in Nchro. Day before yesterday, his story was there in one of the newspapers. He was a schoolboy. He happened to steal one football from the school sports store. And first of all, the school authorities, this small boy, handed him to the police. And what we found is, for the last 6 years, he is in the jail. First of all, he was a juvenile, a minor, who should not have been handed over to the police at all. There is a separate law governing children who are in conflict with law. The policemen, they produced him before the magistrate. Magistrate was not bothered to find out whether he is a minor, sent him into judicial custody for 6 years. So this is done by people who are supposed to be enforcing law, who are guardians of rule of law in the state. It's only about 6 months before the State Human Rights Commission in Karnataka raided the central prison of Bangalore and identified 120 minor children languishing in the jail. That much for the rule of law. Police, I don't know. People who are supposed to be enforcing law are day by day breaking the law. No DK Basu guidelines are followed. No guidelines of the National Human Rights Commission is followed. No constitutional provisions are followed. The law is for others and not for people who are enforcing the law. Then how do we expect the rule of law to prevail? People are afraid of police. Whereas in a society, in a democratic society, we should be afraid of the law, not the police. Think of the image the police have in this society. How many of us are really happy to step into a police station, even as a complainant? The kind of treatment you receive there. Sometime back even I read an interesting report, the Indira police doing charity on the expenses of a complainant. Somebody went to the police station with a complaint and somebody was sitting there without food, and the sub-inspector saw to it that he takes money from this complainant and does charity, giving this to this woman. Very good. So such is, a man in uniform enjoys impunity. That is another major problem when it comes to rule of law in this country. Nothing happens. If you are in uniform, you do whatever you feel like, anyone you want, nothing happens to you. Okay, if somebody makes a noise, you will be put under suspension for some time, and we know that they come back with promotion after 6 months. He is protected, the politicians protect him, the bureaucracy protects him, the superiors in the department protect him. Nothing happens. But you, and you go to the State Human Rights Commission, State Human Rights Commission orders prosecution,